In an ideal world, we would not need to worry about personal safety. Unfortunately, we live in a world where crime exists. Criminals prey on the weak and vulnerable. They seek easy targets. Owning a gun is a powerful deterrent against crime. It levels the playing field and empowers individuals to protect themselves and their families. This essay will explore the compelling reasons why owning a gun could save your life. We will delve into the legal and ethical arguments that support responsible gun ownership. Real-life examples will illustrate the effectiveness of guns in self-defense situations. We will address common misconceptions surrounding gun ownership and advocate for proper training and safety measures. Ultimately, this essay aims to empower readers to make informed decisions about their personal security. The decision to own a gun is deeply personal and should not be taken lightly. However, understanding the potential life-saving benefits of gun ownership is crucial in today's world. Guns are particularly important for protecting vulnerable individuals who may not be able to defend themselves physically. This includes the elderly, people with disabilities, and individuals living alone. A firearm can level the playing field, giving these individuals a fighting chance against larger, stronger attackers. Imagine an elderly woman living alone. She is frail and cannot physically defend herself against an intruder. However, with a firearm, she can deter a potential attacker or defend herself if necessary. This empowers her to live independently and without fear. Similarly, people with disabilities may face unique challenges in defending themselves. A firearm can provide them with a sense of security and the ability to protect themselves from harm. It allows them to live their lives without being perceived as easy targets. The right to bear arms is enshrined in the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. This right is not merely about hunting or sport shooting. It is fundamentally about self-defense and the ability of citizens to protect themselves against tyranny. The Founding Fathers recognized the importance of an armed citizenry to safeguard liberty. The Second Amendment serves as a bulwark against government overreach. It ensures that the people retain the means to defend themselves against potential oppression. This is not a theoretical concern. History is replete with examples of governments disarming their citizens before enacting tyrannical measures. The right to bear arms is an essential component of American freedom. It empowers individuals to be responsible for their own safety and security. It serves as a check against potential abuses of power. It is a right that should be cherished and protected. Section 5. Dispelling the myths. Guns in the hands of responsible citizens. Opponents of gun ownership often perpetuate myths and misconceptions about firearms. They argue that guns make society more dangerous and that only criminals benefit from access to firearms. However, these arguments are not supported by evidence. In fact, studies have shown that gun ownership can deter crime and save lives. One common myth is that owning a gun makes you more likely to be a victim of gun violence. However, research has consistently shown that gun owners are less likely to be victims of crime. This is because criminals tend to avoid armed individuals. Another myth is that gun accidents are common, and that owning a gun puts your family at risk. While accidents can happen, they are relatively rare. Responsible gun owners prioritize safety and take steps to prevent accidents, such as using gun safes and teaching children about gun safety. Section 6. The importance of proper training and education. Responsible gun ownership requires proper training and education. Gun owners must understand the safe handling and storage of firearms. They must also be knowledgeable about the laws governing gun ownership and use. Training courses are widely available and cover topics such as marksmanship, self-defense laws, and conflict resolution. Investing in proper training is essential for ensuring the safe and responsible use of firearms. It equips gun owners with the skills and knowledge necessary to prevent accidents and use firearms effectively for self-defense. Many gun ranges and retailers offer training courses, and the National Rifle Association provides a wealth of resources on gun safety and education. Furthermore, responsible gun owners should stay informed about changes in gun laws and regulations. Laws vary from state to state, and it is crucial for gun owners to understand the specific laws in their jurisdiction. This knowledge ensures compliance with legal requirements and promotes responsible gun ownership practices. Section 7. Case studies. When guns saved lives. Countless real-life examples demonstrate the effectiveness of guns for self-defense. In these cases, law-abiding citizens used firearms to protect themselves and their families from criminals. These stories highlight the life-saving potential of gun ownership and reinforce the importance of the right to bear arms. One such story involves a woman who was home alone when an intruder broke into her house. She retrieved her firearm and confronted the intruder, who fled the scene. The police later apprehended the suspect, who had a history of violent crime. Without her firearm, the woman would have been vulnerable to attack. In another case, a store owner used his firearm to defend his business from armed robbers. The robbers entered the store brandishing weapons and demanding money. The store owner drew his firearm and fired, scaring off the robbers. His quick thinking and access to a firearm protected his life and his livelihood. Section 8. The psychological impact of gun ownership. A sense of security and control. Owning a gun can provide a sense of security and control, especially for individuals who have experienced trauma or live in high-crime areas. Knowing that they have the means to protect themselves can empower individuals to live without fear and regain a sense of agency over their lives. For survivors of violent crime, owning a gun can be empowering. It can give them a sense of control and help them reclaim their sense of safety. The knowledge that they are no longer helpless can be psychologically liberating. Furthermore, living in a high-crime area can be stressful and anxiety-inducing. Owning a gun can provide peace of mind knowing that you have a means of defense if needed. It can restore a sense of security and allow individuals to live their lives without being consumed by fear. Section 9. Addressing the concerns responsible gun ownership and preventing accidents. While advocating for gun ownership, it is crucial to emphasize the importance of responsible use and storage. Gun owners have a moral and legal obligation to handle firearms safely and prevent accidents. This includes securing firearms in a safe location, keeping ammunition separate, and teaching children about gun safety. Gun safes are an essential tool for responsible gun ownership. They prevent unauthorized access to firearms and help prevent accidental shootings. Gun owners should invest in a high-quality gun safe and store their firearms unloaded when not in use. Additionally, ammunition should be stored separately from firearms. This adds an extra layer of security and prevents accidental discharges. It also prevents children from accessing ammunition if they happen to find a firearm. Section 10. The moral imperative. Self-defense as a natural right. The right to self-defense is a fundamental human right. Every individual has the inherent right to protect themselves and their loved ones from harm. Owning a gun is an extension of this right, providing individuals with the means to effectively defend themselves against threats. Denying individuals the right to own a gun for self-defense is a violation of their natural rights. It leaves them vulnerable to criminals and undermines their ability to protect their lives and property. Self-defense is not about aggression. It is about ensuring survival. Moreover, relying solely on law enforcement for protection is not always feasible. Police response times can vary, and criminals often strike when they believe victims are most vulnerable. Owning a gun allows individuals to take immediate action to protect themselves when seconds count. Section 11. Conclusion. In conclusion, owning a gun can be a life-saving decision. It empowers individuals to protect themselves and their families from crime. It deters criminals and creates a safer society overall. The Second Amendment guarantees this right, recognizing the importance of an armed citizenry for safeguarding liberty. While responsible gun ownership is paramount, the benefits of owning a gun for self-defense are undeniable. Guns level the playing field, protect the vulnerable, and provide a sense of security and control. They empower individuals to exercise their natural right to self-defense and ensure their safety in a world where crime exists. Ultimately, the decision to own a gun is deeply personal. However, understanding the potential life-saving benefits of gun ownership can empower individuals to make informed choices about their personal security. In a world where danger can lurk around any corner, having the means to defend oneself can make all the difference.